Steve, welcome back to Investor Stream. You've entered a letter of intent to undertake due diligence for a lithium brine project in California. Can you just talk us through what interested you to explore this project further?
Thank you, Alex, and thank all of you for tuning in. The thing is, in QXR, I've been looking for many months for a brine project to complement the hard rock lithium in WA and our recent significant investment in nickel through Bayrock. And so as part of that, we've been looking for a brine project. Why? Because they have scale, size. Once you find them, they can actually be producing for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. The other thing I've been looking for is that sort of project in the right jurisdiction. What this project seems to deliver, or could deliver, is, first of all, size and grade. We've got numbers up to 200 ppm at surface. Now, we don't know what's underneath. It could be higher or lower, but that's always a great start. They've just consolidated title, so we don't have other people involved. It's in the right location. Western US is a great place to be working. And this whole project is a lookalike for the sorts of things I worked on in South America. It's a deep basin, arid environment, lithium at surface, and we're just across the border from Albemarle's operation at Silver Peak in Clayton Valley. They've been there for decades. It's the right sort of location.
Thanks, Steve. Now, as many of our followers would know, you've got quite an interesting and extensive background in lithium exploration. Now, factoring in your experience, do you see the US lithium industry as a particularly strategic market in years to come?
Well, those who've seen me in the past have seen that I took the last company from private worth $1 million to being listed and worth more than $2 billion. The idea with a project like this is actually concertina the timeline. Why? Because the US is actively focusing to both support the development of the battery mineral supply chain and put money behind it as well. And that's at a federal level and a state level. And even if for some reason the government would change, I think it's very keen to see domestically sourced material within the continental US. I think this could very easily be a patriot trade. Now the Europe is also copying that approach, and that's one of the reasons why we've been supporting a European-based nickel approach. So you can see with the portfolio, great location in Western Australia for hard rock lithium, excellent location in the US to help that battery supply chain, and also in Europe. And the beautiful thing is, when I go to end users, they're the sorts of things they're looking for. Right projects, lithium and nickel, right locations. We look at other companies, IGO, Allchem, they have that sort of portfolio exposure. But I think having something in the Western US is going to be, as long as the project turns out, is going to be a great thing to have for shareholders.
Thanks, Steve. Now, on a final note, looking at broader markets in 2023, share prices have been pretty choppy globally, and lithium prices have also come off their peak. Taking that into account, why would investors be interested in this market update? Where's the buzz, in your view?
Okay, so first of all, the battery mineral supply chain needs more lithium, it needs more nickel. And the great part about our brine project is that if we find the goods in drill holes, then this has got the scale to actually deliver that long term. I've done this before. The last company was successful. We can repeat that success. And there's a real opportunity to add significant value by the end of this year or early next year, just by getting a decent work plan together. And that's why we're spending a little bit of time with this letter of intent to get the structure right, the investment right, the work plan right. We're not looking at spending a whole lot of money in the first year, but actually delivering the sorts of results they're going to demonstrate if this thing's a winner or not. So keep an eye on this. I think it's going to work quite well. And thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks, Steve. Really appreciate you joining me, and all the best.
Cheers.